So in the first reason, I feel like it's because that one, Sonic Forces really failed at this. To be honest, I don't know what they were doing, and like, you know, it was a good start, don't get me wrong. Around that time, it was a good era for created characters in games. Everybody was doing it, 2K was doing it, Dragon Ball from Naruto, everybody was doing it for the point where they was creating their own characters, and that's cool. I just feel like when it came down to Sonic Forces, it was more definitely limited in terms of characters and the type of animals you were to be and everything. Because imagine, it's your own character and you're racing, and like, you know what I'm saying? Just give at least more customization, but not enough to where we went crazy in Sonic Forces. Besides, the gameplay in that was just already just not it. Another reason for why I think they should is that it's pretty much gonna be the last Sonic Riders game, you know what I'm saying? Why not just end it off with like the last Sonic Riders game with like online mode? I have a video talk about online in like the future. It could automatically just be one of like the greatest Sonic Riders games of like all time. I feel like that's most definitely needed. And the third reason why I think they should have created characters in Sonic Riders 4 is because that one, I feel like the characters for Sonic Forces, when you had to make your own character, it wasn't really about our character. It was basically more about Sonic and everybody else. It kind of just didn't stick to what we had going on. Like, yeah, Sonic Forces was mainly dealing with the whole war situation and all that, but I just didn't think that it was mainly about our character. Like, yeah, we saved Sonic here and there and do a bunch of other things, but I think it just wasn't really about us. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if Sonic Riders 4 was to incorporate that in the story, that would be great in my opinion. Now I'm about to get into the topics why I think why they should not have created characters in Sonic Riders 4. One of the reasons why I think they should not have created characters in Sonic Riders 4 is based off the fact that I want them to really focus on the Babylon Rose story. The Babylon Rose in Sonic Riders Zero Gravity was already something that was like really deep. I feel like they didn't necessarily fully cover it in Zero Gravity because, you know, Sega has this whole thing with dates and all that, which kind of killed off the like big importance of the series. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff going on in Sonic Riders Zero Gravity that relates to the Babylon Rose. I feel like we have more questions when it comes down to the Babylon Rose that haven't really been answered. Like, for example, who's Jet's father? Like, are there more Babylon Rose except for Jet, Rouge, and Storm? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to the Babylon Rose as a whole? Even though they did say that and explain that in Sonic Riders, it kind of wasn't really enough. So I feel like the story for Zero Gravity when it came out to Babylon Rose is like really important because that's something that like was covered one time but not covered like a lot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they really gotta explain that. Another reason is because that is when Zero Gravity came out, they weren't really incorporating that like real race feel from the first game, which they probably could incorporate that within Sonic Riders 4, but like I just feel like when it came down to Sonic Riders 1, they nailed it on the point, which goes into number 3, which I'm saying that like they have to incorporate both styles. Let's have the speed, the boosting, the racing style from the first game and have real intense story from the second game. I truly think that when it comes down to the Babylon Rose and Sonic Riders, we really have to experience on that when it comes down to the story. Even though Sonic Free Riders did try to incorporate a story and have it to where it's like it was more about like Metal Sonic and a bunch of other shit that we don't know about, I feel like it wasn't enough to fully explain what they had going on. Besides, the Babylon Rose is already something that's like too deep to not speak about. So those are my reasons why I think they should and should not have created characters in Sonic Riders 4. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think? Should they have created characters in Sonic Riders 4 ever to be made, or should they not?
Still looking.